Once again, there's been some comments over a Red Bull that shook fans worldwide. Christian Horner doubts Sergio Perez will fight Max Verstappen for the Formula One World Championship in 2023, but he feels he has the capacity. Is this something the team boss could have said to fire up Sergio Perez? Or is the team boss anticipating an early split between the Mexican driver and the Red Bull team? Let's find out. Verstappen begins the upcoming season as the reigning twice world champion, coming off one of the most dominant seasons in F1 ever in 2022, when he won 15 races and amassed 454 points, both of which were new records. Perez finished third with 2 victories, but has 149 points behind the winner in the second car. Perez, who is entering his third season with Verstappen, has the talent to challenge the Dutchman in Horner's opinion, but the Red Bull team principal is skeptical that he'll do so this season. The form that Max has been in means he's the man to beat, Horner explained to Auto, Motor and Sport in Germany. He's the reigning world champion and Checo needs to aim for that. Else, why is he competing? But I think the fact is that, in all probability, Max during the season is likely to be the best candidate for the world championship. But Checo has the talent to be right here. We need both drivers driving to the best of their ability for the Constructors' Championship. Checo knows precisely what is expected from him, and being Max's partner is a very intimidating proposition for any driver. But he has managed that extremely well and was a key element of our winning the Constructors' Championship in 2022, and he ended a very close third in the drivers, winning 2 Grand Prix in Monaco and Singapore. Checo has evolved since he joined the team in 2021. Perez joined Red Bull to replace Alex Albon for the 2021 season, but like Albon and Pierre Gasly before him, the Mexican struggled to come close to teammate Max Verstappen and on top of Red Bull's gear. In 2022, Perez had a better start than Verstappen in the overweight RB18. His early form resulted in a pole position in Saudi Arabia and a major victory in the Monaco Grand Prix, which came on the same weekend that the 33-year-old signed a new 2-year Red Bull contract until the end of 2024. However, as Red Bull shed pounds, Verstappen was able to better balance the vehicle to his favour and extract more lap time out of his favoured oversteery setup. Perez, on the other hand, stated that as car development continued, he became less comfortable with the car than he had been at the start of the season. Even though he got back on track at the end of 2022, he lost the race for second place in the Drivers' Championship to Charles Leclerc of Ferrari. When asked during Red Bull's 2023 launch if Perez had been able to work on his concerns with the team to prevent a similar downturn in form with the RB19, Perez said, "Yes, certainly. There are things that we're going to work on. We believe that the car is already going to be better. I've been pushing the team in a certain direction and we believe we're heading in that direction. But we'll see. Once we get the car, it's all about adapting ourselves to the car and try to maximize it." Perez accepted blame for some of his 2022 troubles, claiming that at the end of the year, his side of the garage had figured out where things had gone wrong with the car setup. "Learning from the mistakes we did, I think sometimes we took the wrong direction with the setup, and that's very important for us to understand," he explained. "I think we found out towards the end of the season what we were doing with our car, so it's been vital for us. And I think we're heading in the right direction with it." And even though Horner has shot some minor warnings for Sergio Perez, it will be unlikely that he'll be replaced soon. Some people have said that Red Bull will be looking to get Ricciardo back in the second seat, but for now, this seems highly unlikely. Ricciardo made his first formal return as a Red Bull employee last Friday at the company's 2023 livery unveiling event in New York, where the team also confirmed an upcoming engine agreement with Ford. He said he is expected to do a series of tyre testing for Red Bull around the middle of the year, but claimed primarily the sim work is the driving stuff for now. Red Bull has no intentions for Ricciardo to participate in any 2023 practice sessions at the events he's slated to attend this season, which is expected to comprise around half of the 23-race calendar late in 2022. The first of these events will be Ricciardo's home race in Australia, with his work in Red Bull Simulator over the preceding Bahrain and Saudi Arabian weekends expected to be beneficial by his colleagues. Verstappen, who raced with Ricciardo at Red Bull between 2016 and 2018, said the Australian has always been a professional and a really lovely man to work with, as well as a teammate from my side as well. He added, also for the whole team, and also back at the factory for the people working in the simulator, they can rely on his experience. He's raced in Formula One for a very long time. He's a race winner. So yeah, we're very happy to have him on board, that's for sure. Verstappen wasn't the only one with kind words for Ricciardo, as Perez, the one that had been said to be replaced, is happy that the Aussie driver is back at the team as well. Perez said Red Bull is very fortunate to have Daniel, with the level of experience that he has. To be able to have him back at the factory with the engineers, Perez continued, he really knows what we're talking about with the car, and he will really understand what we're talking about. So I think it's right to have someone like him around. Especially on race weekends, he'll be a massive help. When asked if Ricciardo's presence at the team where he previously raced between 2014 and 2018 would mean added pressure about staying on as Verstappen's teammate beyond his current 2024 ending contract, Perez replied no. When you're at Red Bull Racing, you've got to perform at your best. It doesn't matter if Daniel is here or not. Red Bull can pick pretty any driver they want on the grid. In other news, even though Sergio Perez has suggested the works team to set up the car more in his favour, the newly updated Pirelli tyres for the 2023 season will be more in favour of his teammate. Max Verstappen is widely known for favouring a pointier front end since he doesn't mind his vehicle being more jittery at the back. Because of the combination of an overweight Red Bull car and the understeer characteristics of Pirelli's current generation of tyres, he started the 2022 campaign with the opposite attribute. While Red Bull worked hard to solve the weight issue and make quick progress beginning with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, there was still room for improvement towards the conclusion of the year. However, Verstappen's chances of acquiring an even stronger front end have been strengthened by Pirelli's decision to address the understeer characteristics of his 2022 rubber with new tyres for this season. The goal is to adjust the balance slightly to make the cars less prone to understeer. When asked if the improvements he tested out in the Abu Dhabi test will help bring things closer to him, Verstappen expressed optimism. Yeah, the big issue last year was not specifically the tyres, it was just the weight of the car, he said. It was very massively over, and that creates a lazy behaviour on the front. Basically, once we started to get rid of that weight, the car became more agile. And that's how the car is going to go quick, because I've never sat in a car with understeer which is fast in my life in any category. With the new tyres from Pirelli, I do think it's a little improvement. Of course, we only tested it fully in Abu Dhabi, and we have to see it on every single track as well to see if it works everywhere. Because every tarmac and track condition, especially the weather, it influences a lot. But I'm confident that everything will be heading into the right direction. So, what do you think? Will Perez be able to bring the fight to Verstappen this season? Are Red Bull already anticipating splitting early with the Mexican driver? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.